Those people see him there and they say, hey, this is the guy that we were telling you about that's telling us not to follow Moses anymore. You told him, James, that he had to go to the heathen, to the uncircumcised, to the Gentiles. But he came to us against your rule and told us that we didn't need to follow Moses anymore. That's what's happening here. And when the 7 days were almost ended, the Jews which were of Asia, when they saw him in the temple, stirred up all the people and laid hands on him. Why? Because they realized that he had lied to them. Crying out, men of Israel, help, this is the man that teaches all men everywhere against the people in the law in this place, and further brought Greeks also into the temple, and hath polluted this holy place. You can read the rest of it there. You'll see what's happening. Finally, Paul's arrested, but the Romans protect him, and they take him to Caesarea. And what happens in Caesarea? Well, this is interesting. Let's read chapter 22, verse 22 only. I want you to read the whole thing, but you'll see that the Romans and the Herodians protected him. The Roman governor says he was thrown into prison. No, he was in Herod's palace. If anything, he was in house arrest for his protection against those who now knew that he was a traitor and they were trying to kill him, as all traitors are killed. Verse 22. Let's go back just a little bit here. And he admits here that he was standing by when Stephen was murdered, was martyred. And that Stephen, as I explained before, Stephen means crown. What that's really talking about is his ascension to the stoning of James, which is well attested to in the early historians. And when the blood of thy martyr Stephen was shed, I also was standing by and consenting unto his death, and kept the raiment of them that slew him. And he said unto me, depart, for I will send thee far hence unto the Gentiles, not to the Jews, but he went to the synagogues anyway, because he was subverting James and his authority. And they gave him audience unto this word, and then lifted up their voice and said, away with this fellow from the earth, for it is not fit that he should live. Right? Okay, let's go to, I thought that was 22. Okay, well, let's just go on over. I probably misread the verse there. I don't have my glasses on, as usual. Okay. The Roman captain protects him. And then he goes to Caesarea, as I said, and he goes to Felix and Drusilla, and then he stays in Herod's palace for protection. So here we see him, and if you know anything about the history of Felix was a terrible dude, and so was Festus, the next Roman governor. Incest, adultery, about everything you can imagine. And Drusilla, in particular, was a very, very wicked lady. And that was when they were talking about, when James was talking about and I'm going to get to that in a minute. He wasn't forbidding marriage. He was forbidding marriage to these serial monogamous, polygamous women. That's what he was really concerned about. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But you can read this all here, where it talks about Paul before Felix and then Festus, and what happens in his friendship with them and his protection in the palace of Herod. Okay? So he was friends with these people that were all involved in the crucifixion of Jesus. Yeah, Acts 23. That's apparently where I missed it. Let me see where it says here. It's my handwriting in 24. 23, 24. Yeah. And that's where it talks about Felix. 24 is, and provide them beasts that they may set Paul on and bring him safe unto Felix the governor. Felix? Look at him in history. You're going to find out some man. Paul's friends with this dude? Okay. All right. Acts 24, verse 22. I thought I better say something about that.